Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for joining me on this Wednesday night live stream. Raphael, you and the cat are ready. Good to see you. Gregory, what's going on? I've got a book picked out to start off with that we'll get into in a minute. Uh, Give everybody a chance to jump in here, but Danny Clinch, Still Moving. This is a book that, man, I'm trying to think. Thanks for letting me borrow your book. Oh, nice. A little note from my buddy Trent borrowing this book years ago. When did this come out? 2014. Bought it when it came out. Been a big fan of his work for a long time. So if you haven't seen this one, I'm excited to share it. I've shared it on the channel a long time ago. This is probably one of the earliest books that I recommended on the channel because I've had it really since the channel started. Pete, what's going on? Brian, good to see you. It is getting cooler outside. The barn feels much more comfortable. I don't even have the fan going right now. Yeah, I'm enjoying this weather. I'm going to try. I've got my iPad pulled up here, trying to make more room for bigger books like this. So I've got the MacBook off to the side. But let's get into this. The reason that this book is like top of mind right now, Tyler and I were scanning some FP3000B. He bought my Polaroid 600 SE from me, and with that came one pack of FP3000B, and I was helping him scan that, and I was like, there's some really good instant film in this book here, so thought we would share it this week. Northside, finally caught your live. Well, thanks for being here. Hope you enjoy it. This is Danny Clinch, Still Moving. There's tons and tons and tons of different artists you're going to see in here. Some of them I recognize, not all of them. This is just the foreword by Bruce. Super good book, though. If you're a fan of music photography, whether it be performance or just, uh, promotional photos, portraits, it's full of great stuff. So good. Josh, what's going on, man? Good to hear from you. I don't always love when a book requires this, but for this photo, it needs it. Hey, Rob, not weird at all. I was just telling Peach, our golden retriever, that I'll be back inside in just a little bit. She was trying to convince me to stay inside, so I get it. Thank you, Dan. Yes, having time while the kids are in school. This morning I went out and met up with Nathan, went for a pretty decent walk around town. Shot maybe like 4 photos, so decent walk. But it's just been good to get back out, just wandering around without any particular thing that I'm working on. You know what I mean? Just trying to get my bearings back. Oh, thank you, Rob. I appreciate that. Um, yeah, I've been in a weird headspace with making videos lately. Um, and I feel like the vlogs are, I don't know, it's just, I mean, I talked about it in the video. I don't need to repeat everything I said, but um, yeah, I don't know. I like the informal approach. I really, it's like pulling teeth sometimes to sit down and record a video because it just feels, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I think it's because I'm fatigued from being online, like scrolling, looking at things online, and uh, yeah, I don't know. It makes it hard to keep going when I feel like I'm adding to the noise. You know what I mean? So I appreciate the feedback. Hey, Julian, what's going on? I've been meaning to ask you, how do you go about getting photographers on your channel for an interview? I've been dying for more Steinmetz content and feel like you'd do that justice. I appreciate that. It really all depends on the person. Like, for instance, I was approached about the Jason and Tim Carpenter video with Taylor and Adam from Smog because uh, Jason had been on the channel before, and so it was just sort of an easy tie-in. Um, and yeah, I feel like it's always, not always, but I guess for the channel in recent times, like Matt Eich, who I'm gonna have on the channel soon, um, he reached out about basically just if I wanted to kind of review We the Free, his new book. And I was like, rather than just reviewing it, I would love to just pick your brain and talk to you about your whole process with photography. Um, and he was like, yeah, sure, that'd be great. So that's how that one came about. Yeah, it really just kind of all depends, but it's usually someone reaching out about, a new book or something like that. That typically is when things like that come up. But there have been times on occasion where I'll reach out to a photographer and say, hey, well, Sage Sawyer, for instance, that one was entirely me just saying, hey, I would love to, just talk to you about your work and know more about it, considering I'm such a fan. So sometimes it's just me reaching out to people like that as well. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that, Pete. Yeah, I saw Jason's video sharing some new, or well, not new, but recently added some used and rare books over at Eagle Rock, which is awesome. Oh, Ryan, good to see you, man. Speaking of interviews, Ryan and I had a long, awesome conversation on my podcast I did years ago, which was probably close to a decade ago, which is crazy. Um, and I think about that conversation all the time. Ryan, we should run it back because I feel like so much life has happened that would be really worth digging into about life and about photography, just everything. So Ryan, that's an open invitation to the channel as always. It says, I feel that adding to the noise thing, another aspect of it is I feel that a lot of the platforms in general feel poisoned to me, for a lack of a better word. I used to feel excitement sharing. It feels noisier now. Yeah, that's exactly it. Um, I I fully get that. Everything feels, I don't know, when video really took over on like Instagram and things like that, and it all just became so much about trying to keep your attention. uh I can't I can't get excited about that, and I probably, you know I, I don't know. I've talked about it a bunch. Like, I feel like I shoot myself in the foot in some ways because I don't play the game, but it's uh I don't know. It's not for me. I'm not built for that. Oh wow, is it Ryan? I'll have to check. Um Man, it's been so long since I've even looked into like the back end of that podcast that I don't even know. I'll have to look into that. Um Oh, that's awesome, Pete. Probably your number one listened to over and over. That to this day is, I still will get messages from people who will reference that episode with Ryan. But yes, I would love to have you on again soon. Let's talk about that, Ryan. I'll shoot you a message or something, and we'll make something happen. Raph, what's going on? Hey, I found something, Raph. I don't know if you remember a couple of weeks ago, I mentioned a Brainbuster sticker with Minoru Suzuki, a photo he shot on it, and I happened to find it. So if you want that, shoot me a message, and I'll drop this thing in the mailbox this week. Just a rad photo and sticker from my boy Mike over at Brainbuster. Timothy, what's up, brother? Oh, nice. Um, what to do when you don't feel like doing what you have to do on the platform sounds like a great topic. I agree, honestly. I would genuinely enjoy that, because maybe because I feel like I need to just get it off my chest and uh vent a little bit. Um it's just not what any of us picked up a camera for. You know what I mean? To be making reels, and like, it's just so, it hurts to see a reel, and it's like, here are photos I made with this camera, and then it's like 30 frames a second of just a blur, and it's like, I didn't see anything there. And I get that's not how you consume photography, but it's like, then what are we doing? you know uh I don't know. When I saw someone say not everyone has 30 seconds to sit through a video with an absolute sincerity, I became genuinely concerned about what people are consuming for entertainment. Yeah, that's true. It really is like, as I'm editing my videos, it's become more and more apparent, I think, in my mind as I'm editing, where I'm like, how are people still here with the attention spans that there are? Um, my videos are very slow paced, you know? It's just that it is what it is. I can't fake it, you know what I mean? And yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things. I can see the YouTube analytics and know, I can track that kind of thing, but I gotta trust to just keep doing my thing. We as a culture need to get away from the social media trap. I feel like it has watered down photography. The art of photography represented can't be represented in the IG format. What are you flipping through? Yeah, fully agree. This is Or wait, what you are flipping through is. Ah, I gotcha. I see what you're saying now. Yeah. You can't engage with photography that way, for sure, in social media. And also just depending on what your feed. The book. Sorry, Rob, that is what you were saying. This is Danny Clinch, Still Moving. But yeah, depending on what platform you're on in your feed, like it's just not a good place to consume photography and actually pay real attention to it. Some of this stuff here, you can see like the border on the instant film that was used. This was what brought the book up when I was helping Tyler scan his FP3000B. Matthew Young, I shipped my zine to you today. Hell yeah! If it's in by next week, we'll take a look at it here on stream. Whoops. Timothy, I miss Peel Apart Film so much. You and me both, man. I I was digging through my boxes of FP3000B negatives to show Tyler, and no, this is a very old book. Not very old. It was published in 2014. I've had it since then, but it's been well used. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, the FP3000B. I was showing Tyler, and he was looking through everything, and he was like, "Man, how much of this did you buy when they stopped making it?" And I was like, "No, this was all back in the day when it was $9, $10 a box. I was, you know, I was shooting it nonstop." Okay, Ryan says, "Okay, stop showing images of Peel Apart. It's breaking my heart." Here you go. Right into another one. Look at that. Those of you that remember what it was like to just shoot boxes and boxes of that stuff without thinking twice. So much fun. Probably outside of your normal subject/book interest, but have you ever seen Mario Testino's book of images of Kate Moss from when they were together? It's incredibly beautiful, both images and book. No, I haven't, but that does sound awesome. Oh, I don't have that one, Dan, but good good call on the YouTube. Matt, have you tried to use the F-mount Nikkor 105 f2.8 macro lens for scanning? No, I have not. Speaking of scanning, though, we'll talk about that in a bit. If you didn't see the video, there's a little spring inside my scanning lens, so found a replacement for it, but might end up getting it repaired. I don't know yet. Yeah, please do, Ryan. I'll check that out. Oh yeah, Polaroid back on my 4x5 camera was my favorite. So much fun, man. I never shot at least I don't remember. I don't think I ever shot any actual 4x5 instant film. But I had the Polaroid back that was a standard pack film back. Was it the 405 back? That's a deep cut. Maybe it's the Polaroid 405. It's been, God, it's been so long since I've used that. That could be it, or it could be wrong. But um, yeah, I would use that on a 4x5, so it would crop a little bit. You weren't getting the full print, but still so much fun. This is really sick. If a picture is worth 1,000 words, photographers are worth a million. Tupac, August 18th, 1993, with the Polaroid there in the journal. So sick. This is Still Moving by Danny Clinch. One of my favorites. I've had it for over 10 years. Um, I've I feel like this is one of the more like loaned out books. I like letting friends borrow books, like local friends here, and this is one that I often hand out because it's just full of. I feel like it's accessible for people to get excited about because they see a lot of people that they know, and sometimes for whatever reason, it just takes like the right book to get someone into photo books, if that makes sense. Um, and this one's just a lot of fun for film nerds. You got contact sheets and stuff. Like that's another thing I was showing Tyler, talking about different notes on the contact sheets and how different photographers would kind of mark them up however they wanted. There's not a real specific or set way to go about it, and that's what makes it fun to look into other people's contact sheets and notes. And yeah, just a really good book. Rob, I mean, for you, I would. Uh, for the regulars, for the locals here, the chat locals. Hey Matt, are you still using the Augo film processor? Yes, Brenton, I am. As a matter of fact, I just used that for color film, for some C41 film for the first time. Tyler was wanting to learn how to develop film, so he learned with C41, which it's probably not very common, but we developed some C41 here at home, and funny story about that one. I'm gonna share in a video, so you'll see how Tyler's first developing session went. It went great, but there were some surprises that you'll see in the full video. But yes, Brenton, to answer your question, I am still using it. I love that thing. It's been really, really useful. Again, disclaimer, just because they did send me that, so take that for what it's worth. I still use it and enjoy it, and don't want to go back to developing without it, just because it's convenient. I mean, it's not like it it makes black and white developing all that simpler, but I enjoy the convenience of it. And when I do want to develop some C41 for a friend, it makes it a little bit easier with keeping the temperature red the entire time, so it'll adjust for any temperature change throughout the process. It'll automatically accommodate for that and add or cut time as needed. So it's just a useful tool. But for the sake of transparency, I figure I'll say again, as I did in that video, that they sent it to me. So take that for what it's worth. Benji, this book is photography gold. It really is. Like, there's so much variety in it as well. It's not all just one thing or one style. It's a big mix of different formats. And if you ever see Danny Clinch at Bonnaroo or any of these festivals and stuff, you'd see him with seemingly a dozen cameras all over. He was always, or is always, he's still shooting, but always got variety going on, and I always thought that was sick. David, it's the Augo film processor from, is it Vintage Visual? Is that the name of the company? I honestly can't remember. And it's, let me look around. No, it's inside the house still. Or wait, hold on. Let me go grab it. If it is here. I'm good. Okay, I was wrong. It isn't in here. It is inside the house. But Augo film processor. Yes, okay, it is Vintage Visual. Wasted all that time. Sorry about that. Didn't even need to get up. That is Still Moving by Danny Clinch. Again, it's been out for a long time. You might be able to find it online. I have no idea what it would be going for, but it's a good one. All right. Now, as I mentioned, this little spring inside this AFD lens, so I can't change the aperture at all. That's not working. So I found, in the meantime, because I have no idea where I'm going to get this fixed and how much it'll cost and all that stuff. So I found this old Sigma F mount, because I already have a Z to F mount adapter. So I've got this old Sigma F mount, 105 f2.8 macro, and it has, I've never had a lens like this before, so there might be other lenses that do this, but the manual focusing, it has like hard stops kind of in the focusing where it just clicks into your different magnifications over here. So I don't know if you can see that on the scale there. It just clicks all the way down to a 1:1 magnification. And you can obviously focus in between that range, but it just has a nice solid click to it. So never seen that before, but maybe that's a common thing on macro lenses. Shows how much macro lenses or macro lens use I do. But I haven't scanned with it yet. It just came in yesterday evening, and I was going to use it today, but then Nathan hit me up and asked if I wanted to take a walk, and I said that sounded like a lot more fun. Also, these came in, so I wanted to share it. This is an old strap of mine. My friends over at Sleepwalk, I collaborated with them on this strap back in 2020. This is one of them that I've been using since then, and it's great. Still held up extremely well. The hardware here, it starts black. The brass is starting to show through. On the inside, it's all worn off, but this is one of the black straps, and they just came out with this version right here, Havana Chocolate. Looks really nice. I always like a black camera strap, but this one was too good to not try out. So if you're interested in camera straps, that's one thing that I get comments about pretty frequently on the videos. I never plug these. Again, talking about social media and stuff, one of those things that I don't do that I probably should do, but these have been out for about 5 years, still going strong. It's not anything crazy. It's literally just a simple, well-made strap, the way I want it to be. So if you're interested in that, these are limited. I don't know how many of these they made in the Havana Chocolate edition, but the other versions, black, natural, like veg tan, several different options there. But Sleepwalk is the company that makes them. Just search up Sleepwalk MD camera strap and you will find it on there. But I get questions about that pretty regularly on the videos, where people will just see one of the cameras in a video and say, what strap are you using? So thought since this came in yesterday, I would mention that. So, oh, Pete, I have the brown strap. Hell yeah. Glad to hear that. Hope you enjoy it. What's up, Red? Late to the party? No worries. The Yago is great. I've been using it for about a year now. It really is convenient. It's one of those things that for what it is when it first came out, I didn't think it would be that useful, in all honesty. But the convenience of being able to just step away and not be watching the timer the entire time, it helps me like kind of clean as I'm developing, if that makes sense. Whether it be like rinsing out beakers and, you know, stuff like that. It just makes it easier to be like hands-free and less of a mess, I found as well. And you're using less developer per session. That, I think, is one of the nicer things about it, is that because of the tank sitting sideways, you don't have to fill it all the way up. So you can use less developer each time you develop. So you're saving money that way too. Yeah. Yeah, you get to chill until you hear the beep. The beep is key. Exactly. Um, no, Rob, I don't. I don't have any Gregory Crewdson. Um, but now would be a good time if anybody has any suggestions or requests, whether you know I have the book or not. Doesn't hurt to ask. There's a chance I'll have it. I've been selling a bunch, though. Uh, oh, what's up, Matt? Just now seeing that. Damn. Benji said just bought the book new on Amazon for $35 in hardback. That is crazy for $35. That's legit, like that's a no-brainer. If you're looking for a book to pick up, that's a solid one. Really solid. Oh, Pete. No, it might be at the post office. I did not make it to the post office today. I meant to, and then I completely forgot. And by the time I realized, it was already closed. But there's a good chance it's there. Had it for a few years now, and it's still going strong. Very broken in. Hell yeah. Have two of your straps. Both are holding up fantastic. About 5 years now. Use the one daily on the M7. I love to hear it, man. That's awesome. Yes, Matthew, I do. The Mike Brody, Polaroid Kid. Trying to change the scene over here on my iPad. One sec. Good call, Matthew. This is a fun one. Would love to send something, but my post office halted all letters and packages bound for the States. No sweat. Totally get it. I am kind of debating the international shipping is already so expensive, and I've shared like actual screenshots through the process of fulfilling international orders because people will send me emails and be like, is there any wiggle room on the shipping price for international? And I'm like, most of the time I'm losing money on international orders. And now with tariffs and everything going on, I am like considering just turning off the international ordering like on my site, and just not accepting international orders for a bit, because people are getting hit with like unexpected fees that they have to pay, and the last thing I want is someone to get hit with that when they're just trying to literally buy a book. So I don't know yet, but yeah, it's unfortunate. It sucks. This is Polaroid Kid by Mike Brody, published by Stanley Barker. It's amazing. This is the book, you know. All of these Polaroid photos have been like reproduced in the sense of the front and the back. Everything about it looks like the actual Polaroid does. So front and back scanned, and whatever material they're printing with, I mean, it has the same kind of like slick plastic layer almost kind of feel up here. Yeah. I don't know what the process is to get this, but printed by right here. There we go. Now you can see it. There's the information. They did an incredible job because it really replicates the feel of the way you would actually interact with Polaroids. Let me do one thing. There we go. Make this a little bit easier. I don't have a zoom lens anymore, so we're we're digitally zooming here. Rob says that's what is missing with social media, to be able to feel the photographs. 100%. I love that even the like dirt and anything that's on the physical print itself, all of that transfers. That's I'm not a graffiti head, but I know that tag, and I can't think of the name, but if anyone knows, I'm sure they know. That's an old timer. Kilroy was here. There you go. Thank you, Edward. See, I knew someone would know. That's wild. Brian, you say this one's pricey on eBay? I believe it. I I'm not interested in selling, but love that one. Whoops. Come on. Come on. Find me. What is going on? There we go. Yes, that is Mike Brody. It's so good. The book, is it Failing? Yes. New book by Mike Brody is Failing, which is not necessarily safe to flip through here on stream. That graffiti reminds me of Martha Cooper. Am I thinking of, maybe I'm thinking of the right. Was she a photographer in New York that photographed the trains? Or am I thinking of someone else? Yeah, there we go. Josh says, looking through your copy of Failing was one of the most intense experiences I've ever had with photography. 1000%. Josh was in here sweating looking through that one. It's a heavy one. It's a raw book. Okay, that is her. I was thinking of the right one. I was thinking that was it. Yeah, I totally get that though. Some of his original Polaroids are also on sale. Oh, that's sick. I've wanted to add my Polaroids to, or some Polaroids to the shop, to my online store, because I did that years ago, but it's been a minute since I've done that. Whoops. Let me spin it around here. There we go. Oh, Polly did a walkie-talkie with her? That's sick. I'll have to watch that. I didn't know that. I remember, I think the way I found out about her was through that Everybody Street documentary. Probably came out around 2013 or 14, if I had to guess. Really good documentary, though. It's rad. But that is the Polaroid Kid. Like I said, Failing, I don't think would be a good one to flip through right now on stream, but if anyone has any other requests or ideas, let me know. Let's see if I missed anything here. The train moniker drawing was by Colossus of Rhodes. Buzz Blur. Oh, okay. Have you looked through the crick? I have not. Who was that one by? I don't have that one, but I'm pretty sure that's the one, or one of the books that I was talking to somebody about that looked good. Yeah, who? Because that name, like immediately, I recognized it. Is it an all black and white book? Jim Magnon. Look that up. This is not the book I was thinking of. No, this is not what I was thinking of. I was thinking of something different. And now I have no idea what that book is called. Um, this looks amazing though. It says out of stock. Oh wait, no, it's in stock. Okay, there are copies in stock. Um, yeah, I don't know that one, or didn't know that one before, but it looks great. Raheem Fortune, I don't think. No, I used to have by Raheem Fortune. I think it's I Can't Stand to See You Cry. Is that the name of the book? Um, but no, I don't have that one anymore. The book looks like a Bible. Yeah, it does. I noticed that when I was looking on there. I like books that don't look like a photo book. You know what I mean? What were some Family Car Trouble? Uh, or no, not that one. I'm thinking of. Oh, I'm blanking on it now. But there was another one. Knit Club by Carolyn Drake. I always thought had a cool look to it. It kind of had this like, um, I don't know, like an old, not textbook, but like a guidebook in some way. Um, yeah. Gregory Halpern, yes, I do. Um, I've got Zizix. I've got Zizix. That's the only one, but we looked at that one. I feel like not too long ago on stream. Um, hmm. Let me see. Grab this one. I don't have any matte black, unfortunately. Matte black. It's kind of funny. I don't think I've ever noticed that before. But I don't have any of his books. Um, Here we go. Hey, thanks for hanging, Rob. Glad you enjoyed it. This is A Voice Above the Lynn by Robbie Lawrence. Shared this one on stream, not on stream, but in a video years ago when, yeah, this came out in 2020. I did have Trent Park. I had Minutes to Midnight, and I no longer have that one. That was one of the books I sold. Let me zoom this in again. One sec. There we go. Yeah, this book is has a very everything about the way it's printed, the paper it's printed on. I don't know if it's gonna really come across. Um, it's like uncoated. The colors, everything about like all of the pieces being put together, the material used, the printing itself on this paper, the subject matter for this paper, and just the size of it. And this one is just it's a cozy book, and it's a really like soft and intimate sort of vignettes of the time here in this garden. Dang, yeah, I need to look into that book. The Crick sounds incredible. Hey, Alan, good to see you. Thanks for popping in. You're always all over. Every time I talk to you, you're popping in from somewhere else. I love it. Dan, are you based in Utah? He started off documenting the architecture of their houses while the church still had a presence in their community, and he would get stalked by tented out pickups. Damn. That's wild. Salt Lake. Oh, right on. I've only been to Utah once uh, for orientation and training at the Find Lab, and that was in Orem, Utah. But I was literally there like 2 days, I think, and the entire time I was like at the lab, so I really didn't see much of anything. But that was my first flight I ever got on, actually. Now that I think about it, was my flight to Utah when I got that job at the Find Lab. But it was a remote position. I didn't work there in Utah. I just went there to train, and then yeah. Yeah, David, that book sounds incredible. I think you just sold Dan on the book. Probably more. I definitely want to pick it up. West coast of Scotland. I couldn't remember which country this was in. Beautiful stuff, though. This is just one of those books that, like, in the hand, is really, really enjoyable. Work is beautiful and everything, but as a book, I've always really loved this one. One of my favorites. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Robbie Lawrence is great. I have, Blackwater River as well by Robbie Lawrence. Also published by Stanley Barker, I think. Yeah. Yeah. Super good. Oh, Twin Palms had a 50% off sale. Damn. That would be the time. If anybody has any final requests, if we've got one more book. Did you get the Highland Games one? No. Or, oh, you're probably talking to... Picked up a few copies. Wait, a few copies of what now? Are you talking about the Crick? If you picked that up on when it was half off, I will pay you for it. Let me know. Oh, Robbie's newest one. Wait, Highland Games one. Sorry, I'm confused. I'm reading different messages. The Crick, yes. If you do, send me an email and I will buy one of those copies off of you. That would be awesome. Thank you. Robbie's newest one, I did not know he had a new book. Unless you're saying the Highland Games one is a new one from Robbie. I didn't know he had a new book. Anything ocean related, Minute Sea. Let me think. At sea, I have Elliot Erwitt on the beach, not necessarily at sea. Unless I'm blanking, which does happen on a daily basis. Yeah, I would say Elliot Erwitt on the beach would probably be the most oceany thing I've got. Yes, Alan, I do. Actually, let's do that one. That would be a good one for this. Real quick, since I teased it, Elliot Erwitt on the Beach. It's a relatively small book. I'll give you just a quick glimpse. It's Elliot Erwitt making Elliot Erwitt pictures. Whoops, there you go. Now you can actually see it. Whoops. Some nude beaches there. So that's all I'll share before YouTube throws a fit. But this is The Lost Dream of Route 66 by Edward Keating. And, I guess Main Street, The Lost Dream of Route 66 by Edward Keating, which was sent in, or not sent in for the stream, but just sent to me a while back from one and only Alan Holzman. Long Walk Home is Robbie's latest. Got it. What's up, Charles? I'll look out for that one. Do you have Jason and Tim's collab book that came out recently? Just saw your interview with them today and loved it. Thank you. I do not have a copy of that one. I was going to have one in time for the video, but that just didn't happen. So I don't have that one, unfortunately, but I have a copy that's on the way. Robbie's newest one is The Long Walk Home. It seemed more photo documentary than the other two. Interesting. For context, a lot of this stuff, the dates over here, at least the year, a lot of this stuff early 2000s. This is 2003. What was Robbie's first book? Dan, was it Blackwater River? That was the first book of his that I had come across, but may not have been his first book. It is that one? Okay. Love that one. We got yard sale coming up here in like 10 days. Gonna get rid of so much stuff, and I can't wait. Any other parents out there can relate? I do have, I think so. Yeah. Yeah, I have Jason Lee's Galveston. We might have to save that one for next week's stream. Ed Keating won a Pulitzer for a 9/11 photo. Do you remember, like, is there a way to describe the photo if it's one we've maybe seen, or like I'm assuming winning a Pulitzer, it must have been quite the photo. Dang it. There we go. Oh, wow. I didn't know that. He died as a result of exposure during aftermath of 9/11. Dang. Photo of a dust covered coffee sitting on a table in a hotel. I'll have to look that up. I don't know if I've ever seen that one. I love that that one was included. Film, you know, chemistry, accident, and all. Whatever went wrong in that one. Skip on by that. Amarillo, Texas. Peter, what's going on? Good to see you. This is Main Street by Edward Keating. Love this one right here. It's absolutely like the kind of stuff I love. That looks like it could be like a still from a movie. Hell yeah. Appreciate you sharing those recommendations, Jeff. It's one thing I love. Not I mean it's one of the things I love uh about these live streams. Makes me happy seeing other people talking and sharing what they're shooting with or what books they're looking at. And I was just talking to Nathan about getting my Discord up and running. I want to get a Discord going for everyone here in the community to be able to get together and share stuff, and actually you all, connect and get together, not just through me. You know what I mean? I've met so many of my close friends over the years just through social media, and it's the one thing that is like the redeeming quality of it, is that as artificial and not physical that it is, it does lead to real life people and real life hangs. So oh yeah, good call, Seth. Joel Meyerowitz, Cape Light. That's another good. It's got a obviously coastal kind of vibe to it. Do you think Keating was shooting Triax? Very well could be. Um, Please move book to left. Was I covering one up? Images by text feed. Oh, I got you, because you're on you're probably watching on a phone or something, or maybe a phone or a tablet. If it's not off, like if the chat's not in a separate window. Gotcha. My bad. This book is, I'm pretty sure, are there any? Yeah, I don't think there have been any photos on the left-hand side. I'm pretty sure it's all context, location, and year. Yes, Tim, well said. Discord is so great, no algorithm, and you don't need to lead all the conversations. That, you took the words right out of my mouth. Didn't even know that was how I wanted to put it, but you nailed it. Like, being able to just let everyone else, like, I would love to join a conversation and not start every conversation. You know what I mean? The idea of everyone else just hanging and talking, and then I can just pop in and join said conversation. That sounds fantastic to me, dude. Main Street, The Lost Dream of Route 66 by Edward Keating. Alan, thank you for not only sending this one in, but recommending it tonight. That was a good one. Cam Mackey, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Great collection of photos. Thanks for sharing. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Plenty of Sugimoto projects about the sea, a bit different though. I had Architecture by Hiroshi Sugimoto, but that was my only book of his, and someone was looking for it, so I ended up selling it. I feel like the least smart person in my own Discord. That'll be me. Nathan was asking me if I still had a Discord account, and I was like, yeah, I still have the account I made, I think, 3 years ago when I wanted to make a Discord for this very reason, and I've put it off since then because it's another app and another thing. But once it's up and running, that's the goal, is that it's just like not self-sufficient to where I'm not doing anything there, but like, you know, it's like the live streams. It's just like any other thing, you know. I started the live streams, didn't really have a specific plan in place. Just wanted to get started and see where it goes. So it's been about 9 months now, right? Or well, I guess really 8 like full months of the weekly streams. Been a good time. Everyone hit that thumbs up button for Matt's luscious hair. Appreciate you, Cam. It's getting out of control. I need to do something with it, and I don't know what. I don't want to cut it necessarily, but it could probably be thinned out a little bit. It's a little thick. I feel like I got a coonskin cap on most of the time. Understandable. I had my account for 6+ years now. I'll get around to it. Yeah, Architecture was one that I happened to kind of stumble across. And it's an interesting one. It's fun though. Keep growing it and donate it. That is the plan. Eventually, when I do cut it, because like when I cut it for real, I'll probably just buzz my head like I did last time. Which is how I always kept my hair for the majority of my life. Just buzzing it because it's easy. So now, I don't know. Now I've gotten used to having longer hair. Well, now see, Brian, that's one way to make me want to shave my head real fast. I have hair like yours and it's thick. I wear hats all the time at work. Yeah, I think a lot of people thought I was bald, like bald, because I would just wear hats 24/7, and really, I don't know. I've always liked wearing hats, but now I don't wear them as often now that my hair's grown out. And I do miss that. Every day I wake up and think about how nice it would be to be bald again or just buzzed. But yeah, eventually when I do cut it for real, the plan would be to donate it for sure. But that's going to do it for tonight's stream. If you guys have any last minute questions, anything you want to shout out, let me know in the chat. But I appreciate y'all hanging with me tonight. We looked at some good books. It's just what I needed. No, I won't really cut it for saying that, Brian, but yeah. Absolutely. Thanks for hanging. Glad you enjoyed it. Everybody, enjoy the rest of your week. I will be trying to think. Maybe might be a new video in the next week. If not, probably the following. But if I don't see you before next stream, I hope you all enjoy your week. Have a good week. Have you heard of Brands Across a Ravaged Land? I do not, or I have not heard of that one. But thank you for asking, Sean. Hope all is well your way as well. Awesome. Appreciate you guys. Thank you. Yeah. I don't need to keep yapping. I'll see you guys next week. Enjoy yourselves. Be good. And I'll see you guys then.